The Ministry of Health, Wellness and the Environment is currently planning a district workshop to help nurses here become more familiar with the insertion of a new contraceptive. The two-day workshop is expected to be held on February 23rd and 24th and will focus on the intrauterine contraceptive device, or IUCD. Alita Scott, coordinator of the Family Planning Division, says after the training, it is expected that nurses will return to their district clinics and fully implement what they have learned.
So far for nurses, in the next 2 weeks, in the 23rd and the 24th, we'll be having a district nurses workshop update in relation to family planning. We noticed that there's not much uptake on the IUCD, which is a family planning method being used in St. Vincent. So what we're going to do, we're going to train the nurses to actually do the insertion. So once the nurses are trained and comfortable using it or putting it in, then we would have the general public more aware of the method, and they can go to the clinic and have it inserted by the nurses.
Scott says this new method can be used as an alternative to the injection and pill contraceptives.
And the thing about it is that it can last up to 5 years. You don't have to remember to take a pill every morning. You don't have to go back to the clinic every 3 months for an injection. The only thing you have to do is to check after each period just to make sure that the string is intact. That's it. And you go to your clinic at least every 6 months so the nurse can check, make sure everything is okay. And it is important because the thing is, a lot of persons are complaining that they are getting an allergic reaction to the injection and also to the pills. But where this is concerned, the allergic reaction is more or less minimal, more or less like nil. So for persons who cannot use the injection and the pill, is a very, very good method for them to use.
Meanwhile, Scott says, contrary to popular thinking, contraceptives alone cannot prevent against pregnancy, and stressed the need for obtaining proper knowledge on family planning.
In terms of family planning, what I want to encourage person is that it's not just about the injection or the pill or the IUCD, it's actually planning the family, knowing the spacing, knowing the time between children, knowing if you're ready to have children. So it's actually planning. So you plan before you have the child. It's not a one-man thing. It's supposed to be a family thing where you plan to have children, plan to have 3, you plan how much the spacing is, you plan what you're going to use to space these children, how you're going to give them your education. So it's all a process and not just the pills or the injection or the IUC.
Today, a number of Vincentians joined Taiwan nationals here in commemorating the start of the Chinese New Year. The occasion was marked with a luncheon party at the Taiwanese ambassador's residence in Villa, with a gathering mainly comprised of members of the Taiwan ICDF Alumni Society. And Taiwanese Ambassador Bashwon-ger thanked Vincentians for marking the occasion with them, and explains that he's extremely happy to be celebrating such an important day of the Taiwanese culture with the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Chinese New Year is a very important event for the Chinese community everywhere, like your Christmas. So especially in the New Year Eve, we will have this very big event, a big feast. All the family members will come back and have a very big dinner normally. So this is something like that. Especially this year, we just arrived, actually I arrived last September, and I moved in here in this new residence last December. So I decided that this year we're going to have a very special arrangement, not only the staff, the expats. We do hope that we can have some people like you who have spent a few months, few weeks, few years in Taiwan to join us, because Taiwan and St. Vincent and Grenadines have enjoyed very long history of friendship and cooperation.
The Mariquar Government School is calling for a closer relationship with the community in which it operates. teacher at the institution, Alicia Kwashi, told SVG-TV News that while parents have started to show greater interest in the affairs of their children, there's much more that the community can do for the betterment of the children at the institution.
We would like the community to support Maricopa Government School and the children, and we would also like the nation on a whole to recognize that students are motivated to set goals, and we want them to go in that direction towards the future, to have positive ideas and goals. So we have seen a lot of parents who are enthused. They have been supporting their children. They have come to the schools and have interacted with us, the teachers. They wanted to be a part of the program to get involved. So that's
The family of this country's latest murder victim is calling for justice and a proper investigation into the death of their loved one. Anne Brown of Lomans Windward, sister of deceased Rohan Dale Brown, that should be Dale Young, says she would like very much to see justice prevail. Young died after receiving several chop wounds about his body on Thursday night after being involved in an altercation with another man, 28-year-old Amron Walker, who was hospitalized following the incident. However, the grieving sister explains that she is disheartened by the fact that she has lost her brother through a senseless act of violence, and says she's leaving the matter in the hands of the law and God.
I want to see justice out of this, because I don't know what happened between the two of them. So I don't know what will come out of this. Tell me, sir, about how it's happened, because I wasn't there. So I'm just sorry about what happened. So I pray that God will just remove everything when the time comes. Because He's the only one, He knows what to do. No man perfect, no one knows. He just knows what to do, and He will make settlement in everything. Even though we try, yes, we might try and fail, but what God did, He never failed.